Hey, David from Redneck Garage. I'm driving around in my locksmith truck today, but I wanted to get a video started because it's too cold to work on the Jeep as usual in Nashville. It's 20 degrees today. Hopefully it'll start warming up soon and we can get doing some things on that. But I wanted to talk today about some tools, how I acquired tools, where I got them, where's the cheapest place to get them. I think a lot of us, I've got friends that are mechanics and they owe their life to the tool man. When the tool man comes, they try to hide because they owe him so much stinking money. I was at a guy the other day and he had a massive toolbox and he said he just got it and he said, yeah, it was like $10,000, and I'm like, holy moly. So while you could do that if that's your hobby, if that's the way you want to do things, you could absolutely go buy a $10,000 box and go into debt for that, but it's not really required for most things that we're doing in the home garage. I'm just going to give you a few tips and pointers on how I saved a ton of money on some really good tools, or what tools you can buy that are a little bit less expensive. So let's get going with that. Alright, we're out in the Redneck Garage. The most expensive place that you can buy tools, absolutely, is a tool truck. Snap-on, Matco, Mac, all of those guys have the most expensive tools. And they cater to the professional mechanic, the guy that's out there and he's wrenching every single day of the week. Not to say that they're not high-quality tools, but let me tell you, they are expensive. And we'll get with that later. They're designed to be used every day, all day long. Just really good quality tools. Snap-on, Blue Point, Matco. I like all of those tools. They're really awesome. But that is your most expensive thing. I feel sorry for these mechanics because they buy into, I need to buy it from the tool man, and he'll set up an account for me, and every week they're paying him $50 for the rest of their lives. That wouldn't be for me. That's not the least expensive way to get your tools. Although they do have to have good quality tools because they're using them so much. Okay, so then we go to the second tier of tools, which would be places like Sears and Roebuck. Before they go out of business, Sears, because their management sucks. I'm a big fan of the old Craftsman tools. All my sockets are Craftsman, just about. I have some that are other ones, but I really do like the Craftsman tools. I worked at Sears when I was in college. Those aren't the cheapest tools in the world, but they are high quality. They have a lifetime warranty. And those are good tools. Now we got to think about what kind of tools you're going to get. Are you getting hand tools? Or are you getting tools like pneumatic tools, electric tools, things like that? So for hand tools like this, I can promise you that this Craftsman socket, for what I do in my garage, will hold up as well as a Snap-on socket that's twice the price as these. Then you've got your third tier. Your third tier, or your cheap tools, would be like Harbor Freight, Chinese knockoff tools, not Best Buy, but places like Big Lots. They sell the Chinese cheap old tools. Something like this. This electric meter was bought at Harbor Freight. I've got a lot of Harbor Freight tools. So here's your overall guiding thing that you need to ask yourself. How many times am I going to use it, and how good a quality does it really need to be? Okay. I don't like the socket sets from Harbor Freight. They're pieces of crap. They break, they split, they're junk. I hate them. So I did spend a little bit more money to get Craftsman tools. But there is another alternative. And let's talk about that for just a minute. Take a look at this Snap-on impact wrench 3/8 drive. I really wanted one of these, and it's an awesome tool. So if you go to the Snap-on website, you can see this is what the list price is on it. Okay, I'm cheap, I'm a redneck, I don't feel like paying that much. So where am I going to go to get it cheaper? Well, I would check Amazon first. Amazon might have a better deal on a pneumatic tool. But here's the bottom line. When Papa Joe decides to have to wear diapers and can no longer get out in his redneck garage, or Granddaddy kicks the bucket, there's a bunch of tools out. When I die, all these tools, my wife's got to figure out what to do with all this crap. A lot of times it ends up on eBay. So let's just take this one tool for example, that I bought on eBay. Here it is on the Snap-on site. And here's the auction on eBay where I purchased it. This is a Snap-on IM31 impact gun, and these are awesome. Going back to my original questions, how much am I going to use it? Well, probably quite a bit. It's 3/8. I'm going to use it on a lot of stuff in the garage. Number two, do I want to go buy one from Harbor Freight? Well, because it's not something that the Chinese tend to make very well, I want something that's a little bit better quality than a Chinese knockoff. I have bought them. They don't last that long. They're not good quality. But if I was only going to use it once or twice, that's what I would buy. But because I'm going to use something a long time, okay, that's what I want, is a good quality tool. Snap-on, Mac, Matco, all those. So I do a search on Google, and I find out what Snap-on wants for one of these. Woo! Can I justify that expense? Well, I'm not a mechanic. I don't use it every day. But how do I get that same tool? So I do a search on eBay, and lo and behold, this guy's selling them, probably where Uncle Joe kicked the bucket, or Papa's in diapers and they're getting rid of his tools because he doesn't even know what end is up. So I ended up getting this tool shipped for 50 bucks, for a lot less money than you can get. So that's kind of my tool primer on tools. Here's a Snap-on 1/4 inch drive, the FAR 25 that I purchased. Bottom line is you can get a great deal on tools by searching on eBay. Some people ask me about, what about pawn shops? Well, pawn shops aren't your friend. A lot of times I'll go into the pawn shop locally, and they're actually asking more for the tool than you could buy it from like a tool dealer. And I know you can haggle with them, but I don't have time for that. Now, there are a lot of pawn shops that put their stuff up on eBay, and you can also get a good deal on that. But take a look around on eBay and things like that rather than trying to buy it from the tool man or going to Sears, because you can really get some awesome deals on that. Just be careful that they have a return policy if it doesn't work when you get it. And let's turn some wrenches.